Hey guys, Patrick Starr here. Now, I've got a little confession to make. No, I'm not a homosexual, very funny. It's a little more complicated than that. Let me break it down for you. Welcome to my 4.5-minute long expose about the joys of having absolutely no life. So, growing up in my sheltered little bubble of suburbia, I didn't exactly have the most riveting childhood as you can imagine. My weekend shenanigans typically consisted of playing Nintendo games with the lights turned off and furiously masturbating to clips of Asian cheerleader porn. On top of that, when I was younger, I also exhibited a lot of behavioral characteristics that some of you edgier viewers would describe as autistic. I was extremely socially awkward, emotionally detached from other people, and most importantly, I had a very limited set of interests. Luckily for me, I was eventually able to outgrow my first two symptoms by the time I reached adolescence. However, much like my genital herpes, one of the childhood quirks I mentioned previously just seemed to kind of stick around and hasn't really gone away since. And that would be my bizarrely specific interests. Just thinking off the top of my dome, there are really only about 4 things that I actively take interest in on a regular basis. And no, the male gender is not one of them. My repertoire of passions and hobbies primarily consists of rap music, long-distance running, video production, and underage drinking. That's about it. Yeah, as much as I like to advocate on this channel for trying new things and exploring outside your comfort zone, I haven't exactly done it much myself. Hell, I could list all of the new and novel experiences I've had in the past 3 years on one hand. I'm literally the archetype of a one-dimensional movie character, which brings me beautifully to my next point. You see, the thing is, I don't exactly watch a lot of movies. At least the ones that seem to be embedded in the zeitgeist of mainstream media. Whenever one of my friends tries to make a reference to some popular franchise like Star Wars or the MCU, half the time I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But at the risk of facing preconceived judgment and social rejection, I nod along and say, "Oh yeah, that part was absolutely hilarious. I love the scene when Obi-Wan Solo attacked the Avenged Formers. That moment was so iconic. Oh, please accept me." Look, all I'm saying is sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. I'm gonna get so much shit for this, I already know. And don't even get me started on video games. As someone who didn't grow up with franchises like Halo and a lot of the Call of Duty games, you can only imagine how alienated I must have felt at the cafeteria lunch table when all of my peers were constantly nerding out over them ad nauseum. Oh, dude! Did you see the graphics on Master Chief's Cinder Shot? I can't believe what happened to General Shepard's ground troops in that one cutscene. What say you, Blake? And I would then proceed to say some dumb shit along the lines of, this mac and cheese is really good today. What's in this shit, paprika? And promptly so, this is when the judgment ensued. Oh, come on! Are you really gonna tell me you haven't seen Breaking Bad? You seriously don't watch Game of Thrones during your free time? Don't even talk to me. And the truth revealeth thine self. Well, time to find a new group of friends. Maybe the theater kids will take me under their wing. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't stoop that low. Needless to say, I got a lot of shit for my narrow interests growing up. I didn't live the same childhood or share the same capacity for trying new things as a lot of my contemporaries, and as a result, a lot of the time I ended up feeling like an outcast. And no, I didn't listen to them either. Like with everything else, my music tastes weren't exactly in line with what everyone else was listening to. While a lot of my classmates were turning up to country music and classic rock, I was more attuned to the likes of Eminem and Weezer. Yeah, feel free to roast me all you want, but that's just what makes my lizard brain happy. I can't help the way I am. That's just Blizzy for you, baby. And it's not even like I haven't tried to change my ways or get into this stuff before. I've tried giving new things a chance before in the past, but they always just end up boring the ever-loving shit out of me. What can I say? I'm just a stick in the mud. I'm a Cool Ranch Dorito in an endless sea of nacho cheese. Oh. So yeah, maybe I don't actually watch any of these movies or play any of these games. I don't listen to your favorite not actually indie band or stay up all night obsessing over the newest Netflix fuck. That's such a tongue twister. I don't listen to your favorite not actually indie band or stay up all night obsessing over the newest Netflix exclusive that people are inevitably gonna forget about in the next 4 years. My personality isn't based off of an Office character, and I don't show up to class every day with a Nirvana shirt on. Did I pretend to be into these things to impress girls and raise my social status? Oh, most definitely. But just know that the real me is a hell of a lot lamer than that. The only difference is that I'm not afraid to admit that now. But really, so what? Maybe I am an uncultured swine. What the fuck about it? It's not like that makes me any less of a person. Will I eventually grow out of my close-minded ways? Will I ever learn to tolerate oversaturated popular media when I'm older? Well shit, I can't tell you that. I'm not a fucking fortune teller at a mall kiosk. I can't predict the future. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Only time will tell. But that doesn't mean I'm entirely opposed to trying new things or reevaluating my old opinions over time. I'm always willing to give something another chance if I didn't like it the first time around. But for the time being, I think I'm happy right where I am. I may not be the most versatile or well-rounded individual on the planet, but by golly, I sure am a special one. So don't get all hot and bothered at me if I haven't seen your favorite movie or play this really awesome video game from your childhood. I just don't have time to sit around and occupy myself with these trivial distractions. I'm a busy guy. And if you know anything about me at all, you would know that's a fucking lie. I just have really limited interests. It's not that deep. Now, I'm not sure if that actually classifies me as autistic or places me anywhere on the spectrum, but hey, I don't believe in self-diagnosis. If you're into that, just go on Twitter. But either way, it's just who I am. And you can take it, leave it, or double dish supreme it. I'm not cool. I'm fucking boring as hell. I'm basically one step above an Amish person. You can't fix me. I'm like a $20 TV cable box that only comes with 5 channels. And personally, that's more than enough entertainment for my liking. You know what? Maybe you're the problem. Yeah, I said it. Maybe you guys are the needles and I'm the haystack. Okay, that metaphor didn't really make sense, but you get the idea. So yeah, I don't find my one-track mind to be a problem at all. At least I'm not a factory-made, cookie-cutter basic bitch with the most superficial and commonplace interests on the planet who flips their lid when someone so much as criticizes their precious little piece of mainstream mediocrity. I'm a bit more subtle and nuanced than that. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I realize I've been going about this whole situation all wrong. I think it's a great thing that I didn't live the exact same life as every other interchangeable middle-class Caucasian male. I'm just a wee bit different. For Christ's sake, I'm a freethinker, damn it. Maybe you guys are the one-dimensional characters. At the very least, I can say I don't desperately try to fit into a crowd that doesn't care about me, and actually have the balls to admit when I don't like something that's popular. Which is admittedly a lot of things, but still. I like to do what makes me happy, not what'll gain me more social approval from university degenerates. No offense. So I'm sorry if I haven't seen all 8 installments and all 3 spin-off movies of your sci-fi fantasy franchise. I just don't have time for that shit. Bite me. Over the past year and a half of making this opinionated and subjective type of content, I realized that I haven't exactly been the most fair or honest person in the world when it comes to my opinions. I feel like I often compromise my beliefs trying to please people, and I'm even willing to admit that firsthand. Hell, I've caught myself plenty of times falling victim to this sellout mentality in my earlier videos. DC is better than Marvel.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I know it seems like I don't always give my real or unfiltered take on a lot of topics I talk about, and I do sincerely apologize for that. But no more. From here on out, I want to place more of an emphasis on honesty, and provide my genuine belief on a subject even if it isn't necessarily what other people want to hear. I want to make this channel all about me, and my real opinions. So from now on, moving forward, it's going to be 100% me and 0% bullshit. Bet you missed that, didn't you? But that's enough rambling for one video. I think it's about time for me to clock out. I think I've played the hipster card for long enough. Where's my almond milk latte? Blizzy's back, baby, and better than ever. Stay tuned for more kick-ass content. The last piece of advice I can give to you loyal viewers is to never be afraid of having the unpopular opinion. After all, that's what separates the Eric Andres from the Jimmy Fallons. That's it for this one. I better get back home before my rock gets cold. Deuces.